Shenzhen, Qianhai area. That area is pretty huge. Qianhai area is actually an area that is very close to one of probably a real wealthy cities in Shenzhen area, Nanshan area. By the way, in that area, Nanshan area, the I guess per capita GDP, you don't get $25,000–$30,000. So Shenzhen is going to be one of the important areas in terms of free trade zone in Guangdong province, joined by newly announced Nansha in Guangzhou, as well as the existing free trade zone in Zhuhai. The combination of those 3–4 different areas in Guangdong province will be basically creating opportunity for China to open up some of the prohibited industries, allowing foreign firms to participate. I want to mention this. This is, Guangdong province has already announced regulation to really allow, these are professional firms that right now are not allowed to do business in China. CPA firms, you are not allowed to do business in China. Construction companies, you are not allowed. Logistics, and a few other industries. Now, having this free trade zone in Guangdong province, connecting to Hong Kong's CEPA, Closer Economic Cooperation Agreement between Hong Kong and Guangdong, foreign companies, including European US company, in those industries, you are allowed for the first time to really go into Guangdong province through Hong Kong, set up a wholly owned subsidiary in Hong Kong. You can get your certification, what is engineering service in Guangdong province. You can get those certifications. Or a CPA, you can work closely with your CPA firms. The caveat is you need to include a partner in Guangdong province. You may have a certification to do engineering work in Hong Kong or in US or Europe, but you do need a local partner to jointly provide the service. So this is a major breakthrough. Keep that in mind, because with China's infrastructure activity, this creates huge opportunity, along with healthcare that Marco mentioned. I think I'm running out of time. Okay. I just want to briefly comment on AIIB and China's Silk Road and Maritime and Belt Road. I mean, that you have. I've been fortunate enough to actually follow this since 2005. I had the opportunity of involved in several transactions involving Brazil, triangular shipment, Brazil soybean, engine parts from Southeast USA to China, to ASEAN economies. That really, the beauty of this is you can basically, because of what happened right now, is China will invest substantially in ASEAN economies, substantially. And Thailand, Indonesia is going to benefit huge. Thailand being a regional auto electronic component manufacturer because of the long-established Taiwanese, Japanese investment. So Indonesia, Thailand will benefit substantially, particularly with Thailand being so close to the Mekong River economy, Myanmar, Laos, and Vietnam. So that's huge. But also, in terms of the activity, you go down south, you basically take a look at Latin America, South America. That's huge opportunity. I mean, Brazil, China, two-way trade, I think I mentioned it before. 15 years ago, you're looking at less than 4 billion. Now it's approaching 100 billion. The same can be said for China, South Africa, China, Peru, you name it. Same thing with China and Central Asia. Central Asia has not been the past 2–3 years able to obtain financing from World Bank, from IMF, from Asian Development Bank, and even commercial bank to fund the infrastructural projects. China has filled the gap, even before the Silk Road announcement, that China has already spent 50 billion minimum loans through Exim Bank, China Exim Bank that she mentioned, as well as China Development Bank in those projects. So when you look at all these, Peru, Brazil, China's already announced to build railway connecting Peru and Brazil. It makes sense because you don't have to go through Panama Canal to ship the soybeans, but it's not easy to build railways, I mean, outside the country, obviously. So that is a complexity. The AIIB, I briefly want to mention, this is going to be a supplement, a complement to the World Bank as well as the Asian Development Bank. And I can tell you, those two banks are far behind in terms of their funding capability. For example, I think annually, Asian Development Bank, controlled by Japanese, obviously, since the development, they only allow to fund at most 13 billion a year. That's nothing. You cannot, infrastructural project in Asia, emerging market, 8 to 10 trillion dollars. Same can be said for the World Bank. At most 40 billion a year that they can fund because of the limited subscription of capital. So I think the AIB, yes, is set up for geopolitical reasons, just like China's penetration, but more important is on economic ground. Thank you.
Thank you. Warren Wen would like to say a few words before we go to the panel discussion. Warren, would you like to?